Hey folks, Turbine Guy coming back at you. Today I am coming at you once again from Bederwood Park in Orono, Minnesota, and the controversy continues. Now some may think that there isn't any controversy, but to people like me, longtime Orono residents, and to many people in Orono during the last survey who said they wanted the parks left alone, there's activity going on in this park that I just don't agree with. Let's take a look and see what's happening now. As we can see, look at that right there, and right over here to the left, paths have been cleared by Orono staff today. Not only that, from what I understand, they came out and did some marking of areas with a bunch of these orangey markers. Now these paths were blown with a leaf blower, and then they came through with a weed whip that we'll see in the video here in just a second. But the crazy thing is, what are we doing with the path here? Now, from what the Turbine Guy understands, there are no paths on this part of the park anywhere. And I challenge any city official to show me a design, a plan, a diagram, or anything that shows paths like we have back here that need to be cleared, where brush needs to be killed, and the nature needs to be disturbed without a plan. Because isn't that what we're supposed to do with our parks, is have a plan, the community agrees what to do, and then we implement that plan. Well, that's not what's happening here. And I got someone that you're going to want to hear from, because she's been here the whole time seeing what's going on. Once again, we run into Barb back in the woods here. Barb owns this property over here and is currently trying to protect that herself. But what did you see today, Barb?
I came here and I found a couple city officials, Josh Lemons and another worker, all suited up and running equipment back here. They ran an industrial blower all through here and made new paths. They also ran a weed whipper and cut all the new tree shoots that are coming up to try and save this, regenerate this forest. In preparation for what? Well, it looks like they're going to build these mountain bike trails no matter what, even though the city or the neighbors and the people in the city don't want it. We don't want it. We've told them many times. We've got hundreds and hundreds of people on petitions. This is just another park in the list of parks in Orono that is just getting developed for a niche activity that, honestly, mountain biking is 39th on the most popular list of sports in the nation. And it's been diminishing over the last 10 years. The question that came to me is this area really big enough to run mountain bikes? No. It's only about 1/3 of an acre. And so they're calling it a skills course, but they're basically going to just decimate this. Frankly, it's a fragment of old growth forest from the old sugar maples and basswood forest from the 1800s. There's several trees in here that are original to that forest, and we need to protect them. I came here today, and here's this new path cut, and marked and cut by them. This was not an original path. In fact, none of these were original paths, and I have photos to prove it. This was all cut by either some kids from the Orono West Tonka mountain bike team, or now the city actually came in here and cut new trails today with no plan and no approval. Now, do you think the city should be spending our taxpayer money doing this when there are no official trails here? No, we don't want trails here because there's a freshwater stream here too. So how are they going to cross this freshwater stream repeatedly? That's, they need a permit to build bridges over the stream. And that hasn't been done to my knowledge. So we're pretty disappointed. A lot of these trees aren't going to make it because they're just, they're rolling right over their root systems and cutting right into the roots and the topsoil here. It's sad. They really hurt the forest today. Well, I'm up at the other end of the supposed trail now, and we can see what the dirt bikes or mountain bikes have already done, and they've started creating their berm, their turn berm. And if anybody's ever watched, motocross or BMXing on dirt, that's what happens. They're going to significantly alter this landscape as they push and turn through here. Not only that, they've got the trail going through some pretty doggone hazardous tree areas.
Now, do they plan on removing these trees, or are they going to leave this danger here for the kids to potentially hurt themselves? The Orono City Council, which is anti-green, anti-nature, anti-trees, geez, just anti the people of the community and what they want, has now decided to give away one more city park to a private use. No matter what they say, that's their intention. And we've seen that in the previous videos where we saw the resolutions passed and everything. So this anti-green council, anti-nature council, is giving this park away to the mountain bike people against my will. I bet against a lot of your will too. What are we going to do? Are we going to stand up and say something and try to protect it? Because unfortunately, Bederwood Park does not have a family powerful as the Daytons looking after it. The Orono Council doesn't think it has anything to be afraid of because they can do what they want here. They can bypass city statute, they can bypass city policy and procedure, and they can simply authorize without public input, which is what the Orono City Council has done, and unfortunately is going to allow this park to go way downhill, way fast, is going to take nature away, a small packet of nature that should be protected. Turbine Guy, signing off.